Heard that before.
That's how they got those funny sounds in the cartoons.
So we just want.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
We just want a nice left and right. You know?
Sipping tea in the morning with a mango parfait. Melting clocks, it's our secret escape. And you're that angel in disguise.
So now I feel like I've positioned the vocals nice. This is why mixing is so important, because now it's like we can choose what to pay attention to. We can choose to pay attention to the lead, or we can be like, you know, what's that thing swimming in the back? Yo, that's crazy. I actually like that.
Sonic Gold Production.
No, that's good. All right, who wants to learn mixing? I'm gonna just dive into like basic things of what I hear for this track and how I mix vocals, but if y'all got questions, don't be silent, say something, but don't all jump at the same time saying the same thing. I'm gonna just play the track and then maybe let's talk about it. Some of y'all, maybe this is the first time you heard the track, and then we'll just talk about what we feel is strong, what we feel isn't strong, and that's like literally one of the most important things, because a lot of people just start slapping on plugins and doing a bunch of stuff, but they don't understand why they're doing anything that they're doing. So
you should always do the plugins after you record, because I know in some cases they do.
No. I mean, you can
before.
No, I have plugins on here as we were recording.
But the act like adding more than the basics.
Now it's just fine tuning.
Okay.
Matching bolts by the heart, same BPM. Get this premonition soon as the flame. Candles burn for the praise and name. Let's enjoy in the laughter in the moments we claim. If the conflict cross the border, may illusions decay. Modern patterns, no we're 7 generations away. I could wait every day. Things we offer, different gifts from a powerful place. I'm staying source for a love and little yes on the way. Know that doors open up when I say that I'll stay. Got a seat safe for you on a regular day. Sipping tea in the morning with a mango parfait. Melting clocks, it's our secret escape. And you're that angel in disguise when not all heroes have capes. I'm saving plates for an ancestor's sake. And maybe pictures in the dark room is the risk that I'll take. Got me pulling out the cards and smoking sides of a magical 8. Facing spiritual scars from both cycles we break. Shut the doubt, close the distance, it is no one's mistake. And things that happen for a reason on this path we create. All the memories collected onto things I could trade. Gone to places and the pictures in my heart are engraved. Think you got it bad, think about you all day. What's a picnic in the summer without generous shade? Think I have 1,000 filters to produce a delay. Gotta say it like you mean it, it's hard to play. Matching pulse with the heart, same BPM. Get this premonition soon as the flame. Candles burn for the praise and name. Let's enjoy in the laughter in the moments we claim. If the conflict cross the border, may illusions decay. Modern patterns, no we're 7 generations away. I could wait every day.
I love it.
This is BB.
Thankful for the little things. Got your hand on my thigh, making me
He's
feel
here and there. Like he dropped in 25 years old.
Yeah. Remember those days you used to run your hand through my hair, making me feel real good and feel real fresh. I thought I was gonna always have you by my side, but baby, I guess I gotta kick you to the curb. What's
Matching
next?
pulse by the heart, same BPM. Get those premonitions soon as the flame. Candles burn for the praise and name. Let's enjoy in the laughter in the moments we claim. If the conflict cross the border, may illusions decay. Modern patterns, no we're 7 generations away.
Away.
I could wait every day.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Tryna find the other side, but my happiness void. Well, it's not, I bring it back. Sometimes I just react to the conscious ways of the world, so I don't want to interact. I'd rather just find peace, I'd rather just be me. I'd rather just keep a smile and let my soul fly free. I'd rather just find peace, I'd rather just be me. I'd rather just and let my soul fly.
Matching pulse by the heart, same BPM. Get those premonitions soon as the flame. Candles burn for the praise and name. Let's enjoy in the laughter in the moments we claim. If the conflict cross the border, may illusions decay.
I would put this on my playlist.
Bruh,
streets, humming symmetry. A remedy is blending every flaw into chemistry. Infinity in moments where the stars speak in imagery. A galaxy that orbits round the heart's true divinity. It's poetry, emotion waves crash with serenity. A legacy engraved with the soul seeks identity. It's entropy undone, yet it sparks with intensity. A flame in every shadow turning dark into density.
Oh, okay. That was deep, girl.
Thank you.
Alright, so that's where we at right now.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was good. Let's give it to Paru in this track.
I was
That
like,
was
yeah,
crazy.
okay.
JC too.
I'm like,
So like to me, this is a very good demo mix. Dang, who got that old school tone?
right.
Gramps.
Hey, that's wild. Who has thoughts on how it sounds in general? And who has something critical that they could say like, yo, there was like this thing was, I don't know, distracting or like is something, what was wrong with the sound?
I'll be the first, low-key. Oh, sorry, really quick. First off, I don't take anything personal, so if you have something to say, like, really, you're welcome to. But the first verse that I did, it's off time, like, by just a little bit. I feel like come in too early.
Right at the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. So maybe take notes of this.
Okay.
Because you got a pen and pen. So take note and then we'll walk through everything. So that's maybe one of the first things we'll touch. What do you think?
Like, I just put a hook to have more air, you know what I'm saying, in the first. Kind of like singing vocals, you know what I'm saying? I just get that, you know what I'm talking about, a little sheen, the air kind of thing. For the,
Yeah.
You know, and then like maybe a little bit more dough for the verse, like so they're not exactly the same, you know what I'm saying? So when the hook come in,
Feel that.
feel the air come in.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking some of the vocals are a little bit more like brighter up than the hook. Bring the hook up a little bit, drop the verses just a tad. I feel like that. Yeah. Like even my verse, I feel like I came in like hot.
Yeah. Definitely your verse, you were a bit more like sibilant as well. Your S's, like, when you definitely need to de-ess your voice a little bit more. It sounded good on that the Neumann, but it was pretty like, it was a little bit harsh in those areas. I definitely caught that. Anything else?
I feel like on her verse, like, it was kind of like a little quick.
Right, timing wise? Yeah, timing.
You talking about the actual flow?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, okay, so yeah, timing. And you were mentioning in the beginning of the song you felt like you came in too fast?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we'll definitely write that one down. We'll definitely do that one.
Background vocals, like filling in the space, melody. I didn't hear that.
Okay, there is a background vocal there, so we probably just gotta bring that up.
Bring
a
it
little
up,
more.
okay.
So nothing about the music.
No, the whole song was tight. I love the song.
No, I'm taking the instrumental. I'm talking about the instrumental.
Instrumentals, I love the instrumentals too.
I'd have to hear.
It depends how you want to do feel, or if you want to, you know what I'm saying, you want to leave like that for the feel.
So this is an interesting point, because that's why vocals are so important, because everyone always listens to the vocals first. Me, as someone who created the music, I hear so much more in the instrumental mix-wise, which I could just like go into, I guess, because maybe you guys didn't necessarily like pick up on certain things that I'm really hearing, but that's a good point. It's like just people pay so much more attention to the vocal, especially when they don't know a song. Yeah. Like that's the first, that's what you're honing in on.
That's gonna catch
is the
me.
vocal.
Backbeat.
Then I start
more
listening.
snaps.
The beat is on
sound more rushy.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to beat.
Unless it's like.
So, the backbeat, you gotta make it more snappy, whatever Freddy said, like kind of 5K-ish kind of stuff, whatever.
All right, so more snappy on the. Yeah, I definitely felt the drums could be a little bit more.
Yeah, snappy,
A little bit of mixed vibes.
Yeah, the kick. I think the kick was good. I mean, you probably did the whole little full tech shit on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ever touch? Have you touched it yet?
A little bit, but not really, honestly.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a good starting spot. So we want to start with that.
Yeah.
All right. So what's number one on there?
Number one is.
You said rotation.
I mean, they have machines like that where they really be filming.
Yeah, low key. They have.
You guys got the whole production out there. Like the rotation is so smooth.
Wait, that's really funny.
It's so smooth.
Look how he flowed in it.
Right.
So first note was make the entrance for the first verse a little softer, or like push it back, nudge it.
All right, so it was a little before. All right, let me show you guys in Pro Tools. This is why recording vocals in Pro Tools is dope, because right here, you see this thing that says nudge? This 200 represents samples. So, like, you guys are familiar with like buffer size? Like when you record?
No.
You know buffer size. You know buffer size. So like, as you increase the buffer size, what happens?
It reduces the quality, right?
No, nothing about quality.
More latency. More
Latency.
Power for the.
And as you reduce the buffer size to like 100, so usually we record at like 128 samples, if possible. Usually that's the standard. You can go lower, but 128 is perfect. So samples is the delay in between the processing of vocals coming into what we're hearing. So if we brought it up to 1024, that allows the computer to not have to process as fast, but then we hear like his vocal, if he was in the booth or something, a little bit more delayed.
Oh, okay.
So samples is the same as a delay, because what the computer is doing is taking in audio and then it's chopping it up. It's chopping up the analog signal, which is you on the mic or whatever, coming through the preamp. That's all analog. It's bringing that into the computer as digital bits or samples.
Oh, wow.
So 100 samples is like a certain length of time.
See what I'm.
I got a whole delay right now. What's going on? All right, so this is why I love Pro Tools though for this vocal thing, because she said her vocals came in too fast, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's play it. Let's hear it. So you go to the verse here.
Wait every day. Things we offer different gifts from a powerful place. I'm staying source for a loving little yes on the way. Know that doors open up when I say that I'll stay. Got a seat safe for you on a regular day.
Yeah, I feel like right there you started to lock in. So what I did is I went in slip mode right here, and I just highlighted the area that I want to cut. Command E, instant cut of any audio in Pro Tools. So this section right here was a little bit too fast, right? So
Too fast.
right here you can change the sample, but I recommend all you guys to start at 200 because it's like, I feel like it's the most musical and the easiest to use. And then you can use the plus or minus keys right here, and then you can scoot it. Minus is to the left, plus is to the right. And the reason why this is important is because if you were to just drag this, you don't exactly know how much over you did that. But for example, if I use plus, that actually just shifted it. You can't even see it, but it shifted it like very minimally. Like if I zoom in at the waveform, you'll see it move, watch. See?
Yeah.
So now I can know exactly where, I can like say JC recorded his verse and it's slightly out of pocket, I can boop, 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 like 3 clicks, and I know it'll be exactly in pocket. Instead of guessing and like moving it around and figuring, you know? Like this gives you an exact measurement. So that's why working in this nudge mode is like really nice. So now I'll just play the vocal, have this highlighted, and then I'm gonna be hitting the plus sign because I want it to go a little bit to the right so it fits in the beat a little bit more.
Things we offer different gifts from a powerful place. I'm staying source for a loving little yes on the way. Know that doors open up when I say that I'll stay. Things we offer different gifts from a powerful place. I'm staying source for a loving little yes on the way.
That's definitely better. Like it's just minimal.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
7 generations away. I can wait every day. Things we offer different gifts from a powerful place. I'm staying source for a loving little yes on the way. Know that door.
So right here is good. It's better, but then this section right here started to feel a bit off.
Like relative.
Yeah, so now we gotta focus on this bit. So listen for that.
I can wait every day. Things we offer different gifts from a powerful place. I'm staying source for a loving little yes on the way. Know that doors open up.
So notice this, once she gets right here, it starts to feel like it sags. So now we need to take this piece that I got highlighted a little bit to the left.
Powerful place. I'm staying source for a loving little yes on the way. Know that doors open up when I say that I'll stay. Got a seat.
So now we just found the pocket for the vocal. And then right here, you can just crossfade these like that. So it's a smooth fade. You don't hear any clicks, any pops. All right, you see that? You see this? This is just vocal editing 101. You don't want that because that means you just started a vocal that's coming in and then it just completely cuts off. And that's gonna manifest itself in like a pop or a click. You don't want that in your audio. So what you need to do is slide this one over, or you need to find a middle ground. Right there, one is starting, and this one starts here, and another one starts here. So actually, we're just gonna take that out, fade this, and fade that in. So yeah, that's that. Hey, I hope you guys have been finding this video helpful and useful. I have a free resource, link in description below. It's called 6 Mix Finalizers. It's a mini course that I've designed to help producers, artists, upcoming engineers just like yourself finish your mixes faster And I really wish someone would have shared this resource with me in the beginning of my mixing journey. So if you want to go check that out, link is in the description below. Let's get back to the video. That's definitely a lot better. What's the next thing, number 2 on the list?
The next one was by Devon. He said, give the hook more to breathe.
Oh yeah, okay.
More air to breathe.
That's a good point though, because you want to like, in mixing, you not only want to make sure the voice sounds good, but you want to take someone on a journey. And I think that's the point that he was trying to get, is like, if you make the chorus vocal just sound slightly different than the verse and have a bit more energy because you're bringing a little bit more air to the voice, it makes the ear like, all right, let me pay attention to this, because it's a new section of the song as well. It's the chorus, you know? So these are like little things that you can do to make your tracks just more like listenable throughout. So it's not just the same sounding vocal throughout the entire song, you know what I mean?
Reduce the delay, gotta say it like you mean it, work as hard as you play. Matching both by the heart, same BPM, get those premonitions soon as the flame.
So that's actually, I really like that idea, because right here, you know, she's not like, I wouldn't say Padu is like a rapper, but like in the first verse, she's more like rapping, like rap singing. And now in the chorus, she's like really singing, like longer notes, you know what I mean? All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how to add a little bit more brightness or air to the voice. This is like an old school method, but it's not old school that is bad, it's old school that has just been around forever and people been using it. All right, so what I'm gonna do, first step, if I wanna give this vocal that like airy R&B almost like brightness, is I'm gonna create a new aux track, and I'm gonna make this a mono aux track. So Command-Shift-N allows you to create a new track. See, it's mono aux, boom, create. All right, I'm gonna call this hair.
Hair?
Yeah, I'm gonna call it hair. And then right here in this panel, you see how it says inserts? These are inserts, so you can put plugins here, but right here we got sends. That means we can send our chorus vocal to this aux track that we're setting up. So I'm gonna send, go to track, and I'm gonna find that track that I just created called air. So right here, this is how much level of the chorus vocal that we're sending to the air aux. And so I'm gonna keep that all the way up at 0. Just, that means we're giving 100% of the chorus vocal to this little bust that we're doing right here. And we'll test it just to make sure it's coming in.
BPM.
So you see it's coming in on the air thing right there.
BPM.
You see if we mute it, the vocal becomes lower in volume.
BPM. Yeah,
if we put it in, it's louder. So that means it's working. So first things first, we want to add air. Air is in the top end, so we don't want the body of the vocal. So I'm gonna put an EQ. I'm taking out all the body of the voice, right?
BPM, yeah, those premonitions.
All right, so I got all the low end, as you can see, is not in the vocal anymore in this air track. So the next thing I'm gonna do, now that we're focused on the high end, is I wanna compress this thing a lot, like overwhelmingly a lot. And you can do that very easily just using like the RX compressor. It's with waves.
Answer that one again? Could you start from I hate that compressor, honestly.
Dynamics, you just go to Dynamics, you just type it in. You just type it in, Renaissance IX. Yeah. So then here, I'm just gonna compress the air. So remember, we're only focusing on this track right now, so don't get confused.
Same BPM, get those premonitions soon as the flame. Candles burn for the...
So it's very sibilant, it's very, we're getting a lot of the high end, right, coming in.
Same BPM, get those premonitions.
And we can actually hear how this sounds if we do,
What was the plugin name again?
This is just a compressor.
Oh.
And all we're doing is compressing the high end, only the high end of your voice.
So waves Renaissance compressor.
So what I'm doing is I'm soloing our aux to hear exactly what's going on. And right now it's sounding pretty good, but we're getting a little bit of the tone in her voice. So I want to take out some of that tone. That's all air right there, right? That's all the high end. Now, the next thing I'll do to just make it smooth and not super harsh is let's throw a DeEsser on here. So I'll just use like a DP 402, something like this. Keep this at 100% mix. And literally, this is one of the best de-essers, because if you want to just de-esser your vocal real quickly, all you gotta do is just start dragging that down. There's one knob, like it's real simple. You can fine tune it with this, but like already just by doing this, you're halfway there, more than halfway there. You hear how we got the high end, but it's not the S's and the, you know, the sibilance isn't like poking out too much anymore. So before, the waves.
That's waves?
Yeah. So we got all of that high end niceness, but none of the like super sharp sibilance.
It makes it sound like you have more history of what's happening.
Yeah, and then after that, if you want to get real fancy, you could throw some distortion on this. Like, don't go too crazy, but let me see what they got here. We'll just use like Saturn or something. And then you could saturate like the high end to make that presence even more felt.
Did you learn all this like over years or yeah? It's like a lot.
It is.
It is.
So listen to the difference. I'm using a tape saturation right now. You can go crazy, but we don't want that, right? We don't want to distort too much. If you add a little bit though, what it does, the effect that tape adds, especially to high ends, it kind of warms it up. Like it still keeps it bright, but it warms it up in a pleasing way where it's not like, it's not harsh anymore. We still maintain the brightness. So that's why this is nice. So you can hear the difference. It's just smoother on the ears slightly, yeah? So all of these things are like little things, but it's all steps and you add it up. It's like a recipe. You can't just like, you want a burger or whatever. You can't just like throw a bunch of crap on a table and here goes a burger. No, you gotta cut the tomato exactly the right length. You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta fry the patty a certain, so all of these are just steps of like building this chain. So basically with that, we got this like air chain kind of built, right? So now, I'm gonna take this out of pre-fader mode. Now this is where the fun is, because now that it's built, all we gotta do is blend it into taste. And you can blend it in with the volume knob right here. So without it.
And work as hard as you play, matching moves by the heart, same BPM, yeah, those
And now I can start bringing it in.
and work as hard as you play, matching moves by the heart, same BPM, yeah, those premonitions, so that's the flame.
Way more like clarity in her voice there, but it's not harsh at all, right?
Natural.
Yeah.
It's not harsh at all. So if you were to take an EQ, and if you were to just like boost it up, like, oh, I need brightness and whatever, it would have been mad sibilant, first of all, which means it would have also been harsh. You would have had that high end, but it wouldn't have been pleasing to listen to. It'd have been like, it wouldn't have sounded professional, put it that way. Because right here, we kept the body and the fullness of her voice, but we also brought in that like clarity at the same time. So we get the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? So it's not as simple as just like, oh, I want whatever, just let me EQ it up. Like, here there's a lot of different ways to go about it. So what's number 3?
Number 3 was.
Or any, like, you guys can interrupt me too, like if you have any thoughts or whatever.
JC was talking about sibilance, so you just addressed that. And then Javon said.
Oh, I gotta know, that's on JC's vocal.
Oh, it is?
I believe. Yeah,
Should
all right,
we
let's
work
go
on that part?
let's go to his verse. Let's go listen to JC's verse. It was harsh, a little sibilant.
Every day.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side, but my happiness void. Well, it's not, I bring it back. Sometimes I just.
So really, it's just the S's, the sibilants. Let's play it one more time.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side, but my happiness void. Well, it's not.
So the reason why I know that there's a little bit too much consonance or sibilance is because anytime he's pronouncing a word and you hear the S or the T or whatever, the energy behind it is just a little bit, it sounds a little bit unnatural. Like it's not like how I'm speaking to you, like where you hear equally the body of my voice as well as the detail of what I'm saying. In his vocal, yeah, you hear what he's saying, but also just listen. Yeah, it's like, it doesn't sound natural.
Yeah.
It's not like crazy. I forgot who in here had a literal snake like sound.
What?
Can't remember who. Someone was like, their S's were crazy. I don't even know, but. So, yeah, let's play back.
Trying to find the other side. Live, laugh, cry, see it's like.
That's a real easy fix. It's just a de-essor. We just need a de-essor. We already got one, All right,
Such
so
thing as a de-esser?
yeah. Gotta study, man. Gotta study up. All right, so this is the thing, right? A lot of people get de-essing wrong, and usually they get it wrong because they're either not doing enough or they're doing too much. And I think the worst, honestly, is if you're doing too much, because then you're gonna have a lisp. So the reason why I'm not going to de-ess anymore on this initial de-esser in the top is because after we're de-essing his voice right here, we are then cutting some frequencies and then we're compressing with the SSL. But if I were to de-ess even more with the initial de-esser up here, we're gonna lose too much of the S, and it's gonna be easier to tame it after we compressed. So right here, I'm just gonna add another de-esser in the chain. We'll just use the same waves one. And as I said,
that's a de-esser too?
Yeah, this is the same de-esser that we just used previously. This one is just like one of the easiest ones, and it sounds amazing. And you can just use literally like one knob for the most part to dial in the right amount you need. So literally, like on your vocal, just go here and just start dragging that down. And as soon as it starts to feel like you're hearing someone naturally, as you would in the real world, that's generally where you should have the setting.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side, but my happiness void. Well, it's not, I bring it back. Sometimes I just react to the conscious ways of the world, so I don't want to interact. I'd rather just find peace. I'd rather just be me.
So you notice right there, like, it's not like we lost any, we know exactly what he's saying. It's just that the S's and whatever are a lot more smooth now. So before.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy.
You know what I'm saying? That life.
Laugh, cry, see it's
life we enjoy. That's
laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy.
A lot of S detail there now with this end.
Laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side.
And the reason why this is important, because now you can play this track super loud in your car, and it's not going to be hurting your ears at all. No harshness. Just that right there. That just needed to get fixed. So let's hear this in the mix.
What?
I go out every day.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy.
Here's another thing about this though. Although I liked the setting in solo, like when I popped his vocal into the rest of the track, I feel like based on like, you know, what the drums are doing sonically, we start to lose a bit of like the energy in his voice.
Yeah,
So you gotta balance it. You gotta kind of bring some back. So like here's before again.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side, but my happiness.
You know what I mean? So let's bring a little bit back.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side, but my happiness void. Well, it's not, I bring it back. Sometimes I just react to the conscious ways of the world, so I don't want to interact.
And the great thing about doing that now is like, I would actually like to bring his vocal a little bit louder. And now I can comfortably do that because it's more smooth. So I know it's not gonna hurt or be harsh when I bring it up.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side, but my happiness void. Well, it's not, I bring it back. Sometimes I just react to the conscious ways of.
You know what I mean? And then maybe add like a little bit of reverb since we brought his voice up.
Quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
What's the name of the knob that you use for the de-esser? Because I want to be able to open up any de-esser plugin and find the exact dial.
Yeah, this is basically a threshold, but in this plugin itself is just called DS, like how much you want to DS.
But then why is there another dial that says threshold?
This is actually a compressor. So this side of this plugin, you don't, unless you want to start compressing the vocal too, then you would use this, but we're not using that at all. Hey, I hope you guys have been finding this video helpful and useful. I have a free resource, link in description below. It's called 6 Mix Finalizers. It's a mini course that I've designed to help producers, artists, upcoming engineers just like yourself finish your mixes faster. And I really wish someone would have shared this resource with me in the beginning of my mixing journey. So if you want to go check that out, link is in the description below. Let's get back to the video. So we could actually compress his voice just to fit in the track a little bit more. Listen one time.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side, but my happiness void.
This is a big key thing. So if you want anything to be at the front of a mix, like in your face, loud, you gotta control the dynamics. Because if you have something that's loud and up front in the mix, but you're not controlling the dynamics, there's gonna be moments, for example, when that vocal like does something louder, There's gonna be moments when it's quieter, but it's not really controlled, and you have it super loud. So you're just setting yourself up for like problems because you're allowing something to be the most loudest thing in your mix, but you're not really controlling it. You're not taming it. So his voice is obviously like one of the loudest things probably at this moment in the track. Therefore, we need to really control the dynamics. We have an SSL on here that's doing some compression, but we could actually compress his vocal just a little bit more to really even like make it even louder in the mix without making anything harsh or nothing, but just controlling it. So what I would do on this track is maybe like use probably a 76. This is a really good compressor for hip hop vocals.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy.
So I'm gonna just set this up, and then if y'all wanna ask me something afterwards, then just let me know.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side, but my happiness void. Well, it's not, I bring it back. Sometimes I just react to the conscious ways of the world, so I don't want to interact. I'd rather just find peace. I'd rather just be me. I'd rather just keep a smile and let my soul fly free. I'd rather just find peace. I'd rather just be me. I'd rather just and let my live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side, but my happiness void. Well, it's not, I bring it back. Sometimes I just react to the conscious ways of the world, so I don't want to interact. I'd rather just find peace. I'd rather just be me.
What that did basically is just allow the voice to be more even dynamically, so that we can keep it louder in the mix. So let's listen to it in the mix now.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side.
You hear that difference?
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side, but my happiness void. Well, it's not, I bring it back. Sometimes I just react to the conscious ways of the world, so I don't want to interact. I'd rather just find peace. I'd rather just be me. I'd rather just keep a smile and let my soul fly free. I'd rather just find peace. I'd rather just be me. I'd rather just and let my soul fly.
Matching posts by the heart.
Yeah, so I think JC's vocal's cool for now.
The next note was bring the background vocals up.
This pink track was maybe the only background vocal thing, which was this sound here.
See, but can you add that to more places?
You probably just want to hear it more, so we probably just gotta bring it up in the mix. Cause it is, as you can see, this is the song. It's almost the entirety of the song.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Sing source.
So let's see if we can bring it up, I guess. It may just be a volume thing.
Things we offer, different gifts from a powerful place. I'm staying source for a love and little yes on the way. Know that doors open.
I would say this rap vocal, we could probably turn this down a little bit.
Things we offer, different gifts from a powerful place. I'm staying source for a love and little yes on the way.
All right, so then let's bring all of this up.
Hey, you think we could turn down the hook vocal because we added air to it, or not? You think the same volume?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could turn it down a little bit.
Matching bolts by the heart, same BPM. Get those premonitions soon as the flame. Candles burn for the praise and name.
Something like that. A little more smooth.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think that the background should have been up? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think they could go up. The pink track, yeah, just slightly. There isn't much background vocals to begin with, as I said, but there is this like telephone effect that's kind of swimming throughout the mix.
Put it up, it did sound like more full.
Yeah, I feel like we could just put it up a little bit. I didn't put it up that much, but yeah, let's put it up a little bit
You
more.
don't want to compete with the main vocal.
Yeah.
Exactly. One thing you can do too to like get the level exactly right is like just mute other things in the mix so you focus on the vocals. So like I'm gonna mute the drums and the bass. And right now I just had the piano and the vocals.
Every day. Things we offer, different gifts from a powerful place.
So we're listening for this vocal and you can't even. So if we can't hear that right now, then we need to turn it up to a point where like we can feel it, we can hear it, but it's not taking over the main vocal.
Things we offer, different gifts from a powerful place. I'm staying source for a love and little yes on the way. Know that doors open up when I say that I'll stay. Got a seat safe for you on a regular.
And then
do you have any like stereo imaging on the background?
No, which we can put on here. Yeah, let's add this is one of my favorite things to put on like something like this. This is just basically a panning plugin.
Put it to left and right?
So yeah, this allows like a background vocal or something like that to just kind of like as you listen on headphones, you'll just notice that, like kind of just
There's
like
a
swimming
plugin
around
for that?
in the background.
Wow.
It's called what again?
This is called monomod. And the cool thing about this, as opposed to other ones, is you got this like AM depth and FM depth. What that does, without me like butchering what it technically is doing, but what I understand it to be doing, is like it makes like as the vocal comes to the sides, it kind of makes it like a little bit lower in volume only on the very like 100% left, 100% right. But then as it comes back towards the center, it slowly gets louder.
So it's binaural?
No, it's not binaural, but it helps like, because if you have a vocal that's like at unity, at 0, and you just make it go left and go right, it's gonna be, you're gonna perceive it like, the ear's gonna perceive it very awkwardly loud, like on the very left side and the right side, if it's always kept at the same level. If it pans and it dips in volume just a little bit, it feels like it's slow, like it went off into the, more into the stereo spectrum. Like you gotta think of it as a concert. Like if someone is like right in your ear, 100% in front of you, but then they come all the way to the right side of the stage and they're still the same loudness, that's awkward. That's just weird. That just almost doesn't even feel natural. So as someone was like standing right in front of you and they would go all the way to the right of a stage or something, you would hear it all the way on the right, but you would also hear it like just slightly, not as loud. It'd be a little bit, volume down a little bit. So that's kind of what this does.
That's fire.
What's the name of that? Not the
monomod.
plugin. No, not the plugin. What you were saying?
Technically, I don't know. It's just understanding the stereo field, stereo spectrum.
Stereo spectrum.
Yeah. Let's hear it with this in.
You like the Doppler effect?
No, Doppler effect is different. Doppler effect is like when an ambulance goes by and you hear it go.
This is giving me Hocus Pocus vibes.
I still need to watch that. I still need to watch that.
So this,
Giving Hocus Pocus.
if you want this to like swim back and forth in the stereo spectrum, like you can either make it go faster, which sounds really weird, I'll show you, or you can make it kind of like, I like a nice smooth transition, but you just play with this right here. So check this out.
I might have to get the full subscription for Waves.
So what that is doing is it's literally taking that vocal and it's making it go back, forth, left and right super, super fast, which is actually creating this sound effect. Yeah, which is crazy. So obviously we don't want that. So we turn it down. Heard that before.
That's how they got those funny sounds in the cartoons.
So we just want,
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
we just want a nice left and right, you know? So I kind of time this to the track. So as she's doing a phrase, it's kind of giving us a moment over here, and then it's giving us another moment over here, vice versa. You know what I mean? That's kind of how you just time it. So let's put that in the mix. And
That's just by changing the timing?
no, this is panning. This is all, you see this thing going left and right?
Right,
It's
but
changing
how are
the
you
panning.
changing the number so it's going with the phrase you said?
This is how fast the panning cycles right here.
Okay.
So as I increase this, the panning is gonna go faster. As I decrease it, the panning is gonna go slower.
Heard.
Yeah, the rate.
Doors were a loving little yes on the way. Know that doors open up when I say that I'll stay. Got a seat safe for you on a regular day. Sipping tea in the morning with a mango parfait.
And then to even go even crazier, if you really want to hear her sound of that vocal and the effect, one thing I really love doing is like, I'm sure you guys have all seen this plugin, but it has a really nice reverb on it. Where's CLA vocals at? So I'm just gonna add this to the track itself, but I'm gonna put on a little bit of this chamber only because it has a really nice top end, like shimmeriness. And listen to, as I put this on, like what that does for the vocal. So if I take it off, you guys may not even fully, notice that. So off. Like the vocal's more here, closer to us, yeah? And then with this in. So we're just giving it a little bit more like dimension to the background vocals. So let's hear that in the mix now.
I go it every day. Things we offer, different gifts from a powerful place. I'm staying source for a love and little yes on the way. Know that doors open up when I say that I'll stay. Got a seat safe for you on a regular day. Sipping tea in the morning with a mango parfait. Melting clocks, it's our secret escape. And you're that angel in disguise.
So now I feel like I've positioned the vocals nice where like we can now, this is why mixing is so important, because now it's like we can choose what to pay attention to because both of those elements are there now more. Whereas before that background vocal wasn't there as much. But now we can choose to pay attention to the lead, or we can be like, you know, what's that thing swimming in the back? Yeah, that's crazy. I actually like that. This is why a lot of times, like if you ever look at YouTube videos of like when artists break down their songs and they got the stems to it, a lot of people be like, yo, I didn't even know that, like, for example, like Timberland stuff, they'd be like, yo, I didn't even know that little baby cry sound or whatever wasn't on the left side of the track or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you have a good mix, it allows someone to like choose their own journey, choose what they want to listen to or pay attention to. You know what I mean?
What's that plugin called?
CLA vocals.
Very controversial plugin within the mixing community.
Is it really CLA vocals?
I love this plugin, man. I don't know. I feel like it's one of the best plugins ever.
But no, the reverb sounded good though.
I know. So what's the next thing I had?
The next thing was...
Hey, I hope you guys have been finding this video helpful and useful. I have a free resource, link in description below. It's called 6 Mix Finalizers. It's a mini course that I've designed to help producers, artists, upcoming engineers just like yourself finish your mixes faster. And I really wish someone would have shared this resource with me in the beginning of my mixing journey. So if you want to go check that out, link is in the description below. Let's get back to the video.
Devon said add more snap to the something.
Okay, drums. So just process the drums a bit more. Okay, yeah, let's listen to the channels.
Just the first step? The snare or whatever using for the backbeat. I mean, I think the whole thing is a snare brush, right?
It's just, yeah, brushes.
Well, on the 2 and the 4, I don't know, just make it kind of stand out more for the backbeat hit.
Yeah, okay. Let's listen. Let's see the vibe. All right, remember your drums in any track is like the heartbeat. So you want it there. You want to, most importantly, you want to feel it. If you're not feeling it, your track isn't working. But you don't want it to overpower the vocals and everything else. You know what I mean? But you want to, your drums is the heartbeat. Your drums is the groove, so.
On the way, know that doors open up when I say that I'll stay. Got a seat safe for you on a regular day. Sipping tea in the morning with a mango puff.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, we could maybe get the backbeat a little bit better.
On the way, know that doors open up when I say that I'll stay. Got a seat safe for you on a regular day.
All right, so the tricky thing about this mix with the drums is like, check out here, we got a kick, and we got overhead 1, overhead 2. So we don't have a mic that's on the snare. So that means if we bring up the overheads, because the overheads are the mics that are capturing the entire drums, if we bring up those microphones, we're bringing up the entire sound. So we're bringing up the hi-hat.
You could gate it though. You just gate it.
Come to all of it. But if you gate it, then you're losing the hi-hat.
But you could keep the hi-hat on that track. Get kind of how you did the aux shit. You know what I'm saying? You could cut out the hi-hats, gate those, and then now you just got the snare. But you know what I'm saying? You're bringing that one in to bring in the snappiness.
So you could do something like that.
That might be too much. Huh?
You could do that. That would be some clicks on the mouse for sure. Set that up. But let me add this. I could do all of that and get the punch that we need just by one simple EQ move.
Okay.
So let me show you that.
That's true.
That's our entire drum sound. We got hi-hat in there. There's a little bit of the kick in there. There's also the snare. So he wanted to gate out everything besides the snare, which that would be a lot of work, to be honest. Now, the easier way that you can go about it is find where the snare is happening and EQ a little bit. So basically EQing the fundamental of snare drum. Let me show you what that means. Solo, if I just bring an EQ, this is across the entire drums. Hi-hat. We're starting to get more snare. There goes the meat. of the snare. And I actually dipped some of that out, so I just probably need to bring some more back in. But that's the meat.
I was doing the snap of it, like the.
Oh, you want? Yeah, we can do a little bit of that too.
That sounds like weird now.
Here goes more of that meat of the snare.
Frequencies.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes, like, it just depends on your recording setup. Like, if we had a snare mic, I would have just brought up the snare mic.
Yeah.
But because we didn't have a snare mic, now I gotta, compensate. I gotta bring up the snare in a different way. So that's one of the ways. So let's try just bringing this back up where right around the snare is. I'm trying to find where it pops most. Right around here, kind of pops a lot. You know what I mean? Versus like, you don't feel that as much. You feel that way more, the hit of the snare, right? If you're talking about like more the bite of the snare,
Yeah, the bite, yeah.
So this is like the head of the snare. You don't really need that.
Snares, so I'm over here thinking of like trap drums.
Right.
Yeah.
So there goes the bite of the snare, somewhere around here. But the key with this is like you don't want to go too far up because then you're getting hi-hat.
Yeah.
This is all hi-hat. So you want to get the point where we get the bite only.
What's the bite?
Like just kind of the snap, the detail of the snare.
Like where you feel the hiss kind of where you feel.
Yeah.
Got it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's like the climax of the...
kind of more clickiness. The clickiness of it.
So right around here, if I would have boosted more up here, I would have been grabbing too much hi-hat. So. So like, just the simplest of EQ moves sometimes is all you need. And that's really the point I'm trying to show you. Like a lot of people, you can do a lot of stuff. You can sidechain, you can do this, that, and the other, but sometimes it's literally just like, yo, just gotta get your EQ right. That's it. You know what I mean? So let's hear how that just sounds in the mix with the drums.
From a powerful place, I'm staying source for a loving little yes on the way. Know that doors open up when I say that I'll stay. Got a seat safe for you.
And then we also have a compressor on the drums right here. So if you want to get more snap, more aggression, whatever, out of the drums, you can also play with this too.
Yeah, that's so true.
So check this out.
From a powerful place, I'm staying source for a loving little yes on the way. Know that doors open up when I say that I'll stay. Got a seat safe for you on a regular day. Sipping tea in the morning with a mango parfait. Melting clocks, it's our secret escape. And you're that angel in disguise when not all heroes have capes. I'm saving plates for an ancestor's sake. And maybe pictures in the dark room is the risk that I'll take. Got me pulling out the cards and smoking sides of a magical eight. Facing spiritual scars from both cycles we break. Shut the doubt, close the distance, it is no one's mistake. And things that happen for a reason on this path we create. All the memories collected onto things I could trade. Gone to places and the pictures in my heart are engraved. Think you got it bad, think about you all day. What's a picnic in the summer with our generous shade? Think I have 1,000 filters.
So if you're ever recording live drums and you need a drum compressor, like a compressor that works across your entire drums, this is one of the best ones, for sure. I think really because the variable release is huge. Compression is a whole nother, that's a class of its own, but that just kind of helped give us our drums a little bit more snap. What's the next
kick
one?
drum, pull check on it, give it that extra boom.
Got me pulling out the cards and smoking sides of a magical eight.
I think his rap, I think his vocal could still come down a little bit. This is another thing too, checking mixes on different speakers. On here, on the NS10s, which are, I would say, a bit more accurate and true than anything else in here, I definitely felt like the voice was a bit strong. So sometimes as you're mixing, just take it out and then put it back in. See if you end up at the same number. If you end up at a different number, that tells you like, your voice, you actually wanted it a bit lower.
Morning with a mango parfait. And you're that angel in disguise when not all heroes have capes. I'm saving plates for an ancestor's sake. And maybe pictures in the dark room is the risk that I'll take. Got me pulling out.
Like, I like that level, because like I'm grooving at the same time, but it's not like your voice is like so just in my face. Like I can just pay attention more to like other things as well at that level, What else is next on this track?
For just additional notes, how do you address like the breathiness? Because in my delivery, like I lose my breath a lot, and so like there are little clips where I can just hear myself go like, no.
Yeah, there's multiple ways. I mean, if it only happens every now and then, you could just edit the audio. But if it happens a lot, you may want to deep breath. But I personally, I don't like deep breathing because it sounds unnatural. You know, like every time I talk, I'm taking a breath, no matter how loud it is.
So you'd keep all those little breaths in the track?
I would just turn it down.
Okay.
But where in the vocal was it?
I don't know exactly. It's just kind of scattered throughout.
I don't know.
Facing spiritual scars from both cycles we break. Shut the doubt.
I just heard something right here. So like a cool thing you could do with vocals, like especially when there's a gap right here, like right here.
Both cycles we break.
There's just a lot of space there. This is where you can do like a what they call a delay throw. So you can just, I already got a delay like plug in. Where is it? Down here. Literally, it's called delay. Or I could use the time echo. They're both delays. But on this track, I'll just do. Let's just try time echo. I don't even know what this one is right now. And then, so I'm gonna send a little bit of this vocal to the time echo track, but most importantly, I'm gonna put this in touch mode. And basically I'm writing the automation I'm automating. So as soon as like the ending of her vocal comes in, I'm gonna send a little bit of that to the delay so that the delay now fills this little gap. And it's kind of like a little ear candy thing, you know what I mean? Instead of just having empty space. So check it out. It could work, it could not work, but we'll see.
Facing spiritual out the cause of smoking sides of a magical eight. Facing spiritual scars from both cycles we break. Shut the doubt.
See what I'm saying?
It just fills the space.
You heard your delay, right? Mm-hmm. So your voice did the wee bang. And the cool thing is, remember I was in touch mode, so that move that I just did is recorded in here. So I can go down to the rap, time echo, and I'll go to level, and there goes my automation right there.
Spiritual scars from both cycles we break. Shut the doubt, close the distance, it is no.
And then like, you know, I think we could maybe turn it down a little bit. It doesn't need to be that loud. So you can go in here. This is the level, this is how loud it is, right? So obviously if we want it lower, this doesn't need to come up so high. So we could actually just, you know, delete this much, and now we're starting the automation like a little bit lower. We're sending a little bit less of this vocal to the delay. So we'll hear the delay a little bit less.
Sides of a magical eight. Facing spiritual scars from both cycles we break. Maybe pictures in the dark room is the risk that I'll take. Got me pulling out the cards and smoking sides of a magical eight. Facing spiritual scars from both cycles we break.
Hey, I hope you guys have been finding this video helpful and useful. I have a free resource, link in description below. It's called 6 Mix Finalizers. It's a mini course that I've designed to help producers, artists, upcoming engineers just like yourself finish your mixes faster. And I really wish someone would have shared this resource with me in the beginning of my mixing journey. So if you want to go check that out, link is in the description below. Let's get back to the video. All right, so
And let my soul fly.
So right there, like, that's when we could just go straight into my guy here. Actually, I don't want to cut that vocal out, so I'm gonna just throw it there for now. But all of this right here, I'm just gonna delete like that.
And let my soul fly.
And then we take out this.
Oh, fly.
And then we bring this was like right here, I think.
Is that the mode you put it as slip in order to just
Slip, so grid allows you, of course, to like highlight right on the grid. Slip allows you to just move in between the grid, just like wherever you want to go. And then shuffle, once you have once you have a section selected, like say you want to cut 61 to 64. You have it all highlighted just like this. If you do shuffle and then delete, it collapses, so it gets rid of that and it brings all that over.
I was saying slip, yeah, shuffle was the one.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Also, that his entrance doesn't need to be that loud.
Yeah.
So these.
Yeah.
I know, right? We can go to volume. So this is gonna be able to allow me to automate the volume.
Wait, that's cool.
These, we need to bring these down. So I'm just gonna bring those down a lot.
If the thoughts across the border may illusions decay. Modern patterns, no one's having generations away. I go wait every day.
Live, laugh, cry, see it's life we enjoy. Trying to find the other side, but my happiness void.
So I'd maybe take out his little native's little entrance right there.
My peace, I'd rather just be me. I'd rather just and let my soul fly.
A symphony, the streets hum in symmetry. A remedy is blending every flaw into.
And then to make it like more dramatic,
just be me. I'd rather just and let my soul fly.
A symphony, the streets hum in symmetry. A remedy is blending every flaw into chemistry.
because the entire track, like if the drums drop out, usually drum and bass enter, and usually drum and bass come in and come out at the same time. So
Yeah.
if you want to just remove the energy of the track and strip it back, just drop out the bass as well, you know?
I'd rather just and let my soul fly.
And then right here we gotta edit. You can hear that little pop, so we just gotta fade this. I think it's coming from the piano. Let me see. It's not even coming from the piano. Oh, see right there? That's what's going on. This little drum track wasn't muted.
Let my soul fly free. I'd rather just find peace. I'd rather just be me. I'd rather just and let my soul fly.
A symphony, the streets hum in symmetry. A remedy is blending every flaw into chemistry. Infinity, a moments where the.
And then also play with automation. Like here, we can go to volume. And this is like a breakdown section. So we don't need the same energy of the piano as the rest of the song. So right here, we could add the energy a little bit lower of the piano. So just turn on the volume a little bit. And the easiest way to do that is like it comes in right here, right? So we can just go in grid, select all this, and bring that down. 4 dB, let's try it.
The streets hum in symmetry. A remedy.
Oh no, it's coming right here, my bad. Right there. Let's bring it down, 3 dB.
And let my soul fly.
Love's a symphony, the streets hum in symmetry. A remedy is blending every flaw into chemistry. Infinity, a moments where the stars speak in imagery. A galaxy that orbits round the heart's true divinity. It's poetry, emotion waves crash with serenity. A legacy engraved.
So now that we brought down the piano to like kind of reduce the energy.
Nah, it's like this is like they be putting the bass in the intro because it gives you like a sustained feel going into the verse. Because you know you just have that like kind of like just the high end of the instruments or whatever, and then you come in, bam, you drop the bass and blah, blah, blah. But for some reason, for like this era, they kind of like the most modern one, or before this, you know what I'm saying? You know, music changes, it could change tomorrow.
100%.
They've been kind of keeping the bass going in the intro, going into the verse. So, but I was just thinking just like, but yeah, theory wise, yeah, bass drums together, but. I was just saying, like they have been.
Yeah, I mean, there's no rule. Like everything in music is, you know, subjective. It's art at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the only reason why I said usually they drop together is because usually the drums and the bass carry the most energy in the track. Yeah. So when those two things just drop together, it's like you feel it. You know what I mean? As opposed to like one drop and then another one drops later. It's like then you're not capitalizing on really dropping the weight of the song at any moment in time.
I agree. I would buy that theory, but I'm just saying like if you did it here just to fuck with it and hear it.
Oh yeah.
It'll just add momentum.
Where are you hearing it right here? Just in the
I don't
piano
know
breakdown?
If you did it in the intro. Did you do it in the intro? Were you playing bass in the intro?
The first thing?
Like dance music shit is like keep the fucking, you know what I'm saying, bass out, but then drop it all like we were just talking about. But nah, you did what I was just talking about already. You know
Got you, yeah, for sure.
Yes,
I need to go move my car before they take my thing.
Pause video.
What's your air thing, your air bomb?
Oh, you want to check it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, dive in, bro. Look, check it out. I mean, RX.
RX.
DeEsser, RX, yeah, compressor. It's just a compressor. So I'm just removing the lows, keeping the highs, compressing it a lot, and then de-essing it, and then saturating it, and then I'm blending that in.
That sounded good.
Yeah, that's a whole thing right there. Hey, I hope you guys have learned something from today's video. I would love to hear your thoughts, so comment below and I'll check those out. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the future videos coming up. My name is Princeton Brown. I'm a producer and mixing engineer based in Los Angeles, and I would love to hear from you. If you have a brand new song that you're working on and would love a mix on by me, send it my way. I would also love to give you feedback on the mixes that you're working on, so please send those my way. Last but not least, I have a free mini course called 6 Mix Finalizers. All of this information is in the description below. Thank you guys again for tuning in and watching. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Sonic Gold Productions.